So you've seen somebody solve a Rubik's Cube in record time, and your first thought is, they must be a genius. But are people who solve Rubik's Cube smarter? Or does Rubik's Cube make you smarter? The answer is, yes they do. In this video, we're going to go inside the brain of Rubik's Cube solvers to see if they are indeed smarter than the rest of us. Science has frequently proved that solving puzzles improves your neuroplasticity, which is your brain's ability to evolve and improve as you put it to work. So how can solving Rubik's Cube make you smarter? Here are 5 ways that Rubik's Cubes can give your brain a power boost. And stick around until the end where I can predict just how fast you can become at solving the cube. Number 1. Stronger cognitive abilities. Solving the Rubik's Cube improves your problem-solving ability, also called your cognitive abilities. If you've ever played a game of concentration or deep thinking games like chess or bridge, you know that your brain needs to be prepared to hold and solve complex operations in your head. Twisting and turning the cube to get the same color on each side is an example of this tactic. Your brain's mental capacity and ability to reason is something that gets stronger when you use it regularly. And Rubik's Cube solvers are doing that every time they solve a cube. Number 2. Enhanced concentration. According to Harvard Health, everyone's attention can drift from time to time, like when you lose concentration for a moment while doing a routine task. But certain activities can help people sharpen their focus and improve the brain's executive function skills. And Rubik's Cube does just that. Not only does the Rubik's Cube improve cognitive skills, but it also requires deep focus and concentration. And keeping your brain active allows you to process the information faster. And better concentration will extend into abilities in other areas, such as learning other new skills, such as working under pressure, patience, which are all signs of intelligence. Number 3. Memorization. One of the misconceptions that people have about Rubik's Cubes is that they think people are smart enough to look at the puzzle and solve it from trillions of combinations. But in reality, Rubik's Cube solvers have memorized patterns or algorithms to solve the Rubik's Cube. So when they are solving the cube, they're really just executing memorized patterns that they've previously learned. And sharpening your memory gives your brain a workout. With the right stimulation, your brain can form new neural pathways, alter existing connections, and adapt and react in ever-changing ways. The Rubik's Cube beginner's method has only 5 algorithms to memorize. But for the speed solvers who want to decrease their solving time, they have to memorize hundreds of algorithms for each unique situation. Ask yourself, do you have the ability to memorize 100 different patterns? Or how about 5? Because if you can memorize 5, you're smart enough to solve a Rubik's Cube. And the more you memorize, the faster you can be. Number 4. Look ahead. This brain skill is the hardest one to master. In Rubik's Cube lingo, it's called the look ahead. The look ahead is the ability to quickly know what you need to do next. When you see a speed solver complete a cube, it's like they never stop turning the cube. Yet, what they're really doing each time they complete an algorithm is quickly look ahead at the cube and determine the next algorithm they need to do. The ability of quick recognition is a developed skill in the brain that helps the brain run smoothly. Think of it like the response time on a computer. Rubik's Cube solvers have no lag time waiting for their brains to tell them what to do next. People tend to lose this important skill as we age, and many victims of stroke or Alzheimer's lose this ability altogether. But Rubik's Cube solving keeps this brain skill working. Number 5. Finger dexterity. Let's talk about finger dexterity. Also called muscle memory, practicing making quick turns with your fingers is a memory that implants into your muscle fibers and neurons or in your fingers. But the truth is, the memory is not actually stored in our muscles. The activity happens in our brains. The part of your brain responsible for that movement, mainly the motor cortex, develops strong connections between neurons, and it's these connections that make the memory better and easier to access. People who play stringed instruments, for example, have strong muscle memories related to their left hand, which are pressing on strings in particular patterns to play certain notes. Accordingly, studies have shown that their motor cortexes have unusually large representative areas for their left hands. So now you're probably saying to yourself, I want to learn to solve a Rubik's Cube and get smarter, but how fast can I do it? Well, let's talk about intelligence and compare yourself to a speed solver. As it relates to IQ, people who can only memorize the standard beginner algorithm are probably around 90 to 109. As for Rubik's Cube speed solvers, their IQs tend to be measured more around 125 or more. Want to know your IQ? There's all kinds of IQ tests online. I'll put a link to one in the description. Then as you get better at solving the cube, take the IQ test again. If you're ready to improve your brain power and finally learn to solve a Rubik's Cube, you're in luck, because I have tons of videos on solving Rubik's Cubes on this channel. If you've learned something from this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Just click on the subscription button below this video and hit the bell icon to get updates for our new exciting videos. And if you already know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, then put your fastest time in the comments below and let me know how you feel Rubik's Cube has made you smarter. Your brain will thank me later.